Middlesbrough-born Jonathan Woodgate returns to the Premiership on loan from Real Madrid, and it's an Arsenal debut for William Gallas after a week in which he faced accusations from his old club and then made the first goal for France in their victory over Italy. He'll start at left-back for Arsenal. Ashley Cole's potential successor, Gael Clichy, is injured, as are fellow defenders Senderos and Lauren. Arsenal's other deadline signing, Julio Baptista, is on the bench, along with Thomas Rosicky, and there isn't a single Englishman in the 16 today. Middlesbrough lost 7-0 across the road at Highbury last January. New manager Gareth Southgate missed that game through injury, and there are only 4 survivors in his starting lineup, which sees 5 changes from the team beaten 4-0 by Portsmouth. Jason Ewell makes his Borough debut, but 2 other signings, Robert Hoot and Julio Arca, are still not fit. Gallas linking with Lundberg. And Gallas steaming on here, up against Andrew Davis there. Gets his cross in. Oh, that nearly fell quite nicely for Robin van Persie. So already Gallas making his mark. Forward by Davis, looking for Yakubu. He's got both centre-backs up against him, but he's got the ball. Got Morrison in support. Rockenbach just missed out to Fabregas there. That's Kleb's pass. Picking out Thierry Henry, and Fabregas follows up. Lundberg to his left. Henry again. Referee played a good advantage there. Thierry Henry, and Schwarzer turns it to one side. And Henry gestures to the crowd and says, let's have some noise, as Arsenal turn up their volume on the pitch. Different environment completely here for Wenger's team from the close confines of Highbury, where the pitch was much smaller. And Percy to Fabregas. That's good football. This is Thierry Henry. Middlesbrough a bit stretched here. Turning Woodgate. Lundberg! Kleb! Great save, Schwarzer. Reacted really well, the Australian goalkeeper, because Middlesbrough were all over the place there in defence. Woodgate got turned, deflection, and then the strike. Well turned over. Really a question of which Middlesbrough turn up these days. They were 2 goals up on the opening day of the season and then lost 3-2 to Reading. Then they beat the champions Chelsea. And just a few days later at the Riverside were humbled by Portsmouth 4-0. Morrison. Ewell. Oh, and Morrison's in here for Middlesbrough. And they've scored. James Morrison, after 21 minutes, put Gareth Southgate's team in front at the Emirates. Arsenal was sleeping in defence, and they paid the price. Well, no defender really got a proper touch there. Middlesbrough played around them, and Morrison with a nice finish. Just dink that in with his right foot beyond Jens Lehmann. 20 years old Morrison, one of the many academy products in the Middlesbrough ranks. Gives them the lead here and gives Arsenal some thinking to do. Abui. Carries it well. Oh, it must be surely no. Robin van Persie. Deadly finishing in midweek for Holland, but not for Arsenal today. Abui made the running there very effectively, but no, Van Persie got that all wrong. Kleb. Henry, nice little touch. Fabregas! Well, there wasn't one pass too many there. Lovely touch by Henry into the path of Fabregas. Now it's Gilberto with Gallas coming up on the left. Last chance in the first half, surely now. Kleb. And still. Fabregas, the shot's on. Well, Schwarzer has been busy, but Arsenal have not managed to beat him yet. Free to Van Persie. Pogatet's challenged him, and Pogatet has got to be careful. He's on a yellow. I think he's entitled to feel a little aggrieved, Pogatet's. Well, Van Persie has put the ball down. Middlesbrough are still arguing with the referee. Henry takes it quickly. Well, he's done that before to good effect, and Middlesbrough, I don't think we're expecting it. He must have had a word with the referee and got the go-ahead, Thierry Henry, and look, there's one Middlesbrough player looking the other way. Well, there would have been a row if that had gone in, and they're surrounding Rob Stiles as it is, complaining. And he's got his book out, and somebody has said too much here to the referee. It looks like Jason Ewell initially. Yellow. I think Boateng was booked as well. Looks to me as though Rob Stiles may have shown the yellow card to Boateng and Ewell. Here's Morrison. Well, oh dear. This is Boateng again, and my word, if he was booked the first time, it's a red, yes, 2 yellows now. Boateng is off. He was booked for protesting about the free kick, and now he's been given a second yellow for the foul on Lundberg, and the Middlesbrough captain, who lies injured, has been sent off. Now this has really exploded at the Emirates. The Middlesbrough bench really unhappy. After 2 bookings, Boateng is off. In fact, he's probably going to go off on a stretcher. Well, we're going to see a triple change by Arsene Wenger any moment here. There's an international cast waiting to come on for Arsenal. Meantime, it's Kleb. Eboué. Oh! Penalty! Penalty, downing the offender. He can't believe it, but Rob Stiles paused and looked, and then he finally pointed. Oh, it's all going wrong. Downing gets a yellow card. It's all going wrong for Middlesbrough. They've lost their captain. And as a, oh, well, he has made contact with Eboué inside the box, if that's any guide. I don't think Downing gets anything on the ball here. It's a penalty to Arsenal, just as they were about to bring 3 substitutes on. Yes, it's his first in the league at the Emirates. Tucks it in the corner there with Schwarzer going the wrong way. It's 1-1. Now what does Arsene Wenger now do? Does he bring all 3 subs on, notwithstanding? Looks as though he is. It's Baptista, Rosicky and Adebayor for Lundberg, Gilberto and Van Persie. The Arsenal manager wondering if the winner's going to come from somewhere. Here's a good run by Julio Baptista. This is Rosicky. Goes for goal, and Schwarzer turns it aside. Well, Middlesbrough, you have to compliment them on their defending today. Beaten 7 by Arsenal last season. This is Fabregas, now Gallus. He scored from here for Chelsea. Just like that. Only a bit lower then. He's perfectly capable of striking from there.
Well, we've shown the spirit and the togetherness that we're going to need as we go through this season, and we've had 2 good results against outstanding teams, and we've set the standard for ourselves now, and we can go on from this, and you know, we're going to work harder and harder to do that. We've been able to bring quality in, and we've been able to bring character in, and I think that showed in the game today.
I want to be very positive because I feel the basic is in there. We lack a bit sharpness as well because a lot of players come back from international games, and when you needed resources in the second half, you could see that the lights went off a little bit.
What was it like for you today, being back, playing for your hometown club?
It's not a better feeling, to be honest with you. If you ask any player who's playing for the hometown team, and all the supporters were there, it was a brilliant occasion for me and my family.
Arsenal fans may well be worried when they read and hear comments that are being made in books and serialisations in newspapers from Ashley Cole. How do you react to that?
Not at all. in England everybody writes a book, and to sell the book you need to say something that is not very positive, because you don't buy people who say positive things. I can reassure our fans our team is united and very strongly determined to do well, and you will see that.
Well, it was a terrific game. I mean, end-to-end stuff, and Middlesbrough, great rearguard action.
It was a great game to watch, and Borough coming off the back of a heavy defeat at home to Portsmouth would not have been relishing the match, but they showed grit and determination and defended really, really well.
You told me a couple of weeks ago that Gareth Southgate had to replace himself with an equally adept player, and he seems to have done that. Jonathan Woodgate was terrific.
Well, I think he's a better player than Gareth Southgate. His big problem, obviously, is to keep fit. He was an integral part of that result. If he doesn't play, they don't get a result there, that's for sure. He's got everything, you know. He heads it well, he's positionally good, he's good in the tackle, he can read it, and I don't know what age he is, but he's still mid-20s. I mean, he's still got a great career in front of him. If he can just stay fit. This is a header under pressure. This is dominance in there, right in the centre of the 6-yard box, under real pressure. Then he gets a good position here, heads it out. All right, comes back to an Arsenal player, but quickly gets in position. And this is what I'm talking about, reading it. He just reads it, comes across, good tackle. Then later on, when they're under the cosh, ball in from Henry, difficult to defend against. Arom there. This is a brilliant header under pressure. But for me, this is one of the best bits. He's up against Henry, shows him down the line, and he's just got the pace and the good tackle.
Not many can stay with Henry.
What he's done, he's channeled him here. He's saying to Henry, right, you go that way, I'll come after you. Many times you see Henry going one way and then coming inside. Not on this occasion. That is absolutely brilliant. It's brilliant defending. And he played that way all afternoon. And it'd be great for Middlesbrough and great for him if he could stay fit. Because then he'd be knocking on the England door, that's for sure.
That's what usually happens. We build him up for 8 weeks and he gets injured. Well, let's hope not this time.
Let's hope so, because he's a massive talent.
He's had some rotten luck. Now, Arsenal, they've been criticised numerous times for trying to walk the ball into the back of the net.
It's always me. It's always me to criticise.
Great to watch.
They try and score the perfect goal. They haven't got any. They're still so pleasing to watch for the neutral. They move it better than anybody else.
That's the main thing, isn't it?
Well, what about winning? You never heard the word win. But the thing about it is, right, they're still trying to play the same way. They've got no variation, no plan B, and they try to play through defences, right? And now they've just lost the 2 best players at doing that, Perez and Bergkamp, and yet still insistent of playing it. Number of times they can shoot and get defences under pressure, or just get it forward quicker. I mean, this is good stuff. It's all right, but what you're doing here is you're allowing Borough to get back into formation. Comes to Flair, he should hit it, no, I'll pass it again, and then comes to Van Persie. It's a brilliant defensive tackle by, who is it? Oh, it's Woodgate, right. No, but it's a great defensive tackle, but you can see what I mean. The number of times they get to the edge of the box and they pass it, you've got to have somebody eventually that will cross it in and people into the box, but Arsenal don't do it. And to me, it's a worry for them.
I quite like watching it.
Hamburg's form coming into this game was as poor as Arsenal's, but the Bundesliga team began brightly. Lehmann beaten, Leboya's shot inches wide. 9 minutes in, and big drama unfolded in the Hamburg penalty area. Adebayor releasing Van Persie. The Dutchman's foot caught by the goalkeeper's hand. The penalty decision bad enough for the home side. The red card for Sascha Kirchstein, a second huge blow. Gilberto, captain for the night, gave his stand-in. Stefan Vactor.
Unbelievable effort by Rosicki. Arsenal double their lead.
His first for Arsenal won't be forgotten in a hurry. Gilberto should have made it safe. The header had plenty of power, but little direction.
Well, I feel it's an important result, and the performance is more difficult to rate because they had a man sent off. It was a little bit a repetition of what happened to us in the final, with the keeper making a foul and getting a red card. I feel it would have been a very interesting game. Would have stayed 11 against 11 because we started well, they started well. And from then on, our urgency dropped a little bit, and they continued to battle. And as long as we didn't score the second goal, the game was not over. And even in the end, you know, they were always dangerous.
Thomas Rosicki's first goal for his new club, and what a goal. How important a player could he become, do you think?
He looks very talented, and he's a very promising player. And of course, he is was a little bit behind because he was injured, but physically now he's sharper. And tonight he had a very good game.
You've had a poor start to the Premiership. Is that what you needed tonight?
Well, yes. What we need is to get all the players back physically fit and sharp, and the confidence back in the team, and that helps when you win.
Manchester United next, of course, in the Premiership on Sunday. How important was tonight for confidence?
Well, it was important to win, to go there, knowing that you can win the games, because we didn't do it in the Premiership. And I feel you will see a very interesting game on Sunday, and both teams will be up for it. And Arsenal against Man United is always very good.
So Arsenal in Group G beating Hamburg there. The other game in Group G finished in a 0-0 draw between FC Porto and CSKA Moscow. So Arsenal there with 3 points topping that Group G.